Hey everyone, it's Dave. Welcome back from spring recess. Welcome to module number 12. And in this module, we're going to be covering two different mediums. We're going to be dealing with drawing, one of the most fundamental mediums we have as artists. And we also have architecture. And architecture is going to be broken down between ancient and modern, just depending on how the building is built. After that, I'll talk you through the modern architecture worksheet and then our journal entry. So with that, let's go to the Canvas site. I'll walk you through Module 12. All right, here we are on the Canvas site. We're going to be in Module 12 this week. Up top, our usual suspects, the video you're watching right now, our action plan, and also my office hours every Monday from 4 to 7 p.m. Our first lecture is on drawing. It is the foundation of art. And so we've got our lecture, our study guide, and then for the further exploration section, I've got a link to Lori Lipton's website, which I talk about her extensively in the lecture. We're also going to be needing to take a look at the Spolvero technique. That's really important. The learning how to draw, that's going to be part of our journal for this week. And then also, this is an optional Lori Lipton movie. I think she's one of the best contemporary artists that we have. Drawing with either pencil, graphite, or charcoal is her medium that she uses. After that, we're going to be looking at ancient architecture. We've got our lecture study guide, and for the further exploration section here, make sure you understand the orders of Greek architecture. All we need to know are the main ones, which would be Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian. There are a few others, but those are the three main ones, and I do cover them in the lecture. A video on the Pantheon as well. The Romans invented the arch, and the arch makes incredible buildings possible. Not only barrel vaults and naves and transepts for ancient churches, but also domes as well. You turn an arch 360 degrees, and it creates a dome. So the Pantheon is the largest uninterrupted space in the ancient world, and definitely the best preserved of the ancient Roman monuments today. Our final lecture is on modern architecture. So I've got our lecture, study guide, and then our further exploration section is here. I've got a video on Falling Water, a link to its website, a link to its Facebook page, and we're also going to be talking about the case study houses. One of them is called the Stall House. And so I've got a website for that, as well as a list of all the other case study houses here in Southern California. They're on a map, so you can see if any of them are near you. They're kind of dotted throughout Southern California, so they're really cool to drive by or stop in at and check them out. For our journal this week, I'm just going to have you do a real easy learn how to draw faces video. So follow along with the video. You're going to be creating 5 of these. So for this 6th one, you're going to be creating your own unique face, not a copy of any of the other ones shown in the video. You do have to do it, though, in the same style. That's really important. And then finally, we're going to take a look at the modern architecture worksheet. So we've got the project here, and on the syllabus, it was labeled as a discussion. I'm sorry, it's not a discussion. It is simply filling out a worksheet and submitting it. So what I need you to do is to choose a modern building that you want to do research on. In the lecture, you'll find out a modern building is built between the 1850s and 1950s, built with the skeleton and skin system, and also made with modern materials, glass, concrete, and steel. You're going to fill out this worksheet here. I've got a few other examples here of completed worksheets from students. So make sure, of course, first of all, make sure the building is modern. And then you're going to put a picture or a couple of pictures of the building right here in the first question. In the second question, you're going to respond with some of the building facts, such as does the building have a name, where it's located, when was it constructed, and so on. For question 3, information about the architects or architectural firm that took part in building it. The major construction materials. Well, what makes the building modern? Why did you end up choosing this building? and you need to list at least 3 academic sources. Keep in mind Wikipedia, although a great source, is not academic. So please make sure that you use academic level sources. And I think there was something else I needed to tell you about this. Oh, all your paragraphs should be different lengths. For instance, paragraph number 4 may only be a sentence. So keep that in mind. One of the things that you want to stay away from, obviously, is the creation of this worksheet using AI. You want to do your own research, put the material together, and one of the easy ways of noting if you used AI is all the paragraphs end up being the same length. They shouldn't. You're going to have a couple paragraphs that are very lengthy and a couple of them that are very, very short. Now, how long should the worksheet be? Down here at the bottom, I write down that if you took out all the paragraphs, it should be about 25, if you took out all the questions, pushed all the paragraphs together, it should be somewhere around 25 to 30 lines of text, which is a 1-page essay. So that's what I'm looking for this project. And I think that is everything. If you have questions, please drop me an email, or you can also stop by my office hours on Monday. All right, I hope you have a great week. I will see you back shortly to tell you about module number 13.